Mankind has fought wars for power and wealth for centuries. Such a war named Mahabharata had shaken the history. Lives of countless brave soldiers were sacrificed in this epic battle. Gandhari, who had immense grief and anger within, had lost all her sons. She thought Lord Krishna would have stopped all this bloodshed if he wanted to, but he did not do so. In deep anguish, Gandhari cursed Lord Krishna. Your entire bloodline will be doomed, and your empire Dwaraka will sink into the oceans. Who knew time, who quietly keeps moving along its path, will turn this curse into a reality after 36 years. One day, Lord Krishna was taking rest under a tree by a river. A tribal hunter named Jara came there for hunting. He saw Lord Krishna's foot and mistook it for a deer's ear. When he fired his arrow, Lord Krishna's scream echoed through the entire jungle. Jara realized what a terrible mistake he just did. His soul got filled with fear and regret. He ran to Lord Krishna to ask for forgiveness. Lord Krishna asked him to calm down and said, "You need not worry. Ages ago, I had killed your Vali avatar by cheating, and hence this event was inevitable since then." After that, Lord Krishna left his earthly body there. With immense grief and regret, Jara went to Arjun. Arjun, who was the dearest friend to Lord Krishna, performed the cremation of Lord Krishna. He found that the body of Lord Krishna had turned to ashes, but the divine heart has remained intact. Arjun put that heart on a wooden log and left it to flow in the river. The heart kept drifting in the river, and with time reached a small tribal village by the bank of the river Mahanadi. The village was inhabited by a tribe named Sabara. Vishwavasu, the leader of the tribe, was a great and wise man. He found the heart and kept it worshipping in a secret cave in the name of Lord Nilamadhav. No one outside the Jara tribe had the knowledge of this. Those days, the empire of Avanti was ruled by a king named Indradyumna, who was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. He had a great desire to have a divine glimpse of Lord Vishnu. One day, a sage came to the king and informed him about Lord Nilamadhav. King Indradyumna asked his priest, Vidyapati, to set out to see Nilamadhav. Vidyapati set out for Odisha without any delay. After moving through several landscapes for months, he reached there. On the way, he heard about Lord Nilamadhav being worshipped in a tribal village. Vidyapati reached the village by the riverbank. When he asked the village chief Vishwavasu about Lord Nilamadhav, Vishwavasu refused to give the information. Vidyapati decided to stay in that village for a while and started living there, trying to familiarize with the village. One day, Vidyapati saw Vishwavasu's daughter, Lalita. Vidyapati and Lalita fell in love and got married to live together with bliss and happiness. One day, Vidyapati asked Lalita to convince her father to take him to Lord Nilamadhav. Lalita assured him by promising to do so. Upon Lalita's requests, Vishwavasu agreed for the same. Vishwavasu put one condition before Vidyapati before taking him to Lord Nilamadhav. Vidyapati must be blindfolded throughout the entire journey to Lord Nilamadhav's cave in order to keep its location a secret. But Vidyapati was a cunning man. He carried some mustard grains with him and started spilling them silently on the road while walking to keep a track of the path. After a while, they reached the cave. When Vidyapati saw Lord Nilamadhav's divine statue, he was stunned and mesmerized. It seemed as if the time itself had stopped. After the divine glimpse of the statue, Vidyapati returned to inform King Indradyumna about this mystery. After a few months, King Indradyumna and Vidyapati set out for the cave, following the mustard seeds, which had fully grown by then. This path led them to the secret cave. But when they reached the cave, to their surprise, the statue of Lord Nilamadhav had vanished from there. The cave was empty. A disappointed Indradyumna returned to his palace, and his quest was left unrealized. One night, King Indradyumna was in deep sleep in his palace. Lord Vishnu appeared in his dream and told, "You will find me in a wood log at the seashore. You have to make 3 statues from that log and worship me in those statues." When King Indradyumna reached the sea, he found a giant wooden log for real floating in the sea near the shore. He ordered his people to fetch that log. But after countless efforts, no one was able to put a scratch on that log. One day, as King Indradyumna was seated worried in his palace, Lord Vishwakarma, in the disguise of an old carpenter, came to him and said, "I will carve 3 statues out of that log, but I have one condition. I will do it in 21 days alone, in a locked room with no one allowed to enter the room during that time." King Indradyumna agreed to this and locked the old carpenter with the log in that room. Faint sounds of woodworking kept coming from that room. Queen Gundicha was curious about this. One day, she was worried when the sound stopped coming from that room. Queen Gundicha asked King Indradyumna to open the door, but King Indradyumna refused to do so. Queen Gundicha was concerned that the old man might have died of hunger or thirst. King Indradyumna first denied, but after several requests from Queen Gundicha, he agreed to open the door. The door opened before time, and there was a strange sight. The old carpenter had vanished with 3 unfinished stilts: Lord Jagannath, Ma Subhadra, and Lord Balabhadra. King Indradyumna was very disappointed in his act, but he started worshipping the half-made statues, and the worship of Lord Jagannath commenced in the Grand Temple of Puri. Even today, in the Temple of Puri, the heart of Lord Krishna keeps beating, and it will keep beating for eons to come.